Just before we get into the video, we're extremely excited to announce that the AVAULT channel will be partnering up with 401 Games. I want to take a moment in thanking all you guys for supporting the AVAULT channel throughout the entire time. We would like to give back to everyone by offering 10% off for both Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon singles on the 401 Games online store. Be sure to use the coupon codes shown right here with links and more details in the description box down below. 401 Games is one of the largest game stores known with an amazing local community that I personally participate. They sell many tabletop games, trading card games, accessories, and so much more. So be sure to check out their site, 401games.ca. We greatly appreciate your continued support, and once again, don't forget to use the coupon codes for 10% off Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon singles. What is up, YouTube? This is AVAULT here, back in today with you guys, another new $30 budget regular Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck profile right here. So many of you guys have been highly requesting a budget deck profile for this deck, which is basically the Hero Strike structure deck, where one of the most popular videos on the channel. If you guys haven't seen the opening yet, be sure to check that out. It's a very old, nostalgic, all-time favorite fan hero deck, which came out in 2015. And yeah, I can't believe it's been like 5 years already. And basically we're combining 3 of those structure decks right here for this entire deck profile. So keep in mind, all the cards here used in this entire deck profile, main, extra, and side, are all from the same Hero Strike structure deck, and all you need is 3 copies, and it's a great way to get started playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Right off the bat. Now I gotta mention to you guys, it is a 5-year-old deck, but this is a updated build for today's current meta. It's very nostalgic in terms of that, it reminds you of like Hero Beat back in the day. And hero deck nowadays are very different compared to this, but it's a great starting point to start off first and then start building the extra cards you need bit by bit. So if you guys have any suggestions to add more cards to make it more competitive, change the build, it's very different, definitely let me know in the comment section down below. If you guys enjoyed the video so far with all the budget deck profiles, be sure to check all of them, subscribe to the AVAULT channel, and hit that like button, and I really greatly appreciate your support. So quickly, just a quick card sleeve review that we're going to be using. Of course, we're going to be using the Dark Lore Arc 5 Judge 2015 sleeves, officially all the way from Japan, Konami, right here, to pair up with our hero structure deck overall. So anyways, let's go straight into the monsters. First of all, you want to play triple Shadow Mist. This is basically like the new Stratos for the deck. Stratos is unlimited right now, so if you guys have some of those, be sure to add them in if you want, but it doesn't come in with that structure deck for us in North America, unfortunately. But that's okay. But Shadow Mist is basically your core searcher if you do get pitched in the graveyard. It's your quick mass change searcher as well. It's also dark, so it helps you bring out Dark Lore overall. Now next, for the other monster, we are playing other hero, is Elemental Hero Neos Alias. I know it's a Neos monster, sorry, but it's a light type, and it works out kind of handy because we need to mass change it to bring out our light version of the Mask Hero as well. But this guy is really just for 1900 beat stick as a beater. Really nostalgic for the hero beat deck back then, when you would play like with Snowman Eater and Absolute Zero and all that kind of stuff. I think that was back in like 2012 or 2013 essentially. But you know, simply we add him because he's a really strong beater, really good to have. We rarely never almost summon it second effect with the Gemini part of it at all. We really utilize it because it's a hero monster that's light, attribute, and high attack. Next, we do play one elemental hero, Avian. I'll go into more detail why this is really important later, because we do first of all, we do play a Great Tornado, and we do have like wind attributes of Mask Heroes, so 1 copy is actually still definitely decent, nice tech to play. Now, not really elemental hero, but Neospatian Grand Mo is always a really nice tech card. You know, playing it 2 is not too bad as well, but a really nice card that basically, you know, bounces your opponent's monsters off the hand. And that basically rounds up for the hero part of all the monsters already. There's really not that many heroes that that we would be playing as expected in this deck overall, because there's a lot of really cool, powerful cards that help us out. Next, I play triple Summoner Monk, essentially. This helps you basically bring out any level 4 monster directly from your deck. Of course, you want to bring out like Shadow Mist and Alias. They're all level 4, which is really great. And all you have to do is just pitch away a spell card. And we play a lot of spell cards in this deck, essentially. Yeah, and it's also dark type, so really helpful in utilizing its dark attribute to bring out Dark Law, which we will get to see later as well. Next, another monster we're playing, it's sort of like a hand trap, I guess, battle hand trap, which is honest, and to really help us boost up Alias, since we're playing like as a light attribute, which works out very, very well overall. And it's very surprising because like this deck is just, I guess, it's very rogue, essentially. People have forgotten about it, and they're definitely going to be surprised during the battle phase with honest right here. So that basically rounds off all the monsters from this deck, and we do play a lot of spells. So moving into our spells, we play triple mass change, basically essential to help us bring out all our mask heroes from the extra deck. You know, you just target one hero monster you control, send it to graveyard, and after it's left the field, you know, special summon one mask hero with the same attribute. Shadow Mist is dark, Alias is light, so you can bring out those mask heroes, which are also included in the structure deck. Next, we also play triple Mask Change 2. Mask Change 2 is a little bit different. You basically discard one card and target one face-up monster this time, and it basically that has a level, send it to the graveyard, so it doesn't have to be a hero monster. And then you basically special summon one Mask Hero monster from your extra deck with the same attribute with a higher level. All your monsters are level 4. All Mask Hero monsters that you play in the deck have higher levels than it does. So Mass Change, basic Mass Change 2 is just so great because essentially all monsters become usable to help bring out your mask heroes. Now for another change spell card we play 2 form changes right here. Now this is a really good card when you already have a hero fusion monster in the field, most likely a mask hero currently on the field. You target one hero fusion monster you control, return it to the extra deck, and special summon from your extra deck another mask hero with the same level as that monster's original level but with a different name. This is treated as a special summon with mass change. Now all the mask heroes, most of them between Koga and Divine Wind, which you guys will get to see. Actually, I'll show you guys right here. Koga and Divine Wind, and as well as I believe a Great Tornado, they all have the same levels. So basically you can use form change to basically interchange quickly during the battle phase to basically respond to anything and maybe attack again essentially. Next, again, more change mask related cards. We're playing triple mass charge to basically help us grab any of these change cards back from our graveyard, in addition with one hero monster back into our hand, which is really good in recurring the resources that we need. So we're not done with spells yet. We still have a lot more spells to go through. For our key searchers, we are playing Triple E Emergency Call. Basically essential, maximize all of it to basically search out all our elemental hero cards, monsters. We play one A Hero Lives. Back in the day, I remember this deck can have 3, and it's just absolutely insane and crazy overall. We play one Reinforcement of the Army, of course, as well, to basically help out search out our hero monsters or any warrior type monsters. We also play Miracle Fusion. I kind of want to play 3 of, but you guys can let me know in the comment section down below what works best for you guys. But Miracle Fusion basically allows you to banish your materials from the graveyard, and then you can bring out your monster, essentially bring out your Great Tornado, which is your key card to bring out, or you can even bring out Contrast Hero Chaos by banishing 2 mask hero monsters from your graveyard as well, which is really good. Last but not least, to round off the spells, one more tech card we sort of play is 1 over. So you target one elemental hero normal monster in your graveyard and special summon that target. You can basically choose Alias because it is a Gemini, and you can also choose Avian, and for clutch situations with your mass change combos, you can grab whatever you need very quickly. So that actually this time now rounds up for all the spells that we play in here. Lots of spells. As I mentioned, that's why it works very well with Summon a Monk as well to bring out your monsters as quickly as possible. Now moving into our traps, we do play quite a lot of traps in this deck, and I want to mention that you can actually play a heavy trap lineup in this deck where it's sort of like, I guess, sort of control based hero type deck, which is very different to the current one where it's all combo based. But once again, we play 1 Hero Blast. Similar reason to O over Soul, to basically, grab our Alias back, and we can special summon. I think you can special summon it. Yeah, no, add it to your hand. Sorry, you add it to your hand, or Avian, and then you get to pop a monster. Alias has 1900. You can pop almost a lot of things. Next, this is a really cool card that I might even consider playing 3 of. And you guys might realize there's a lot of quick play cards in this deck. There's a lot of not hand traps as well, but 2 honest, which is I guess 2 hand traps essentially, but a lot of battle phase oriented type of cards essentially, because all the mask and quick play mask change cards, quick play cards, they all can be used during the battle phase, which really reminds you of like the Duel Links if you guys play Duel Links with max heroes. But anyways, Battle Guard Howling is very, very good. When a warrior type monster you control is targeted for an attack or by an opponent's monster effect, target one face-up monster your opponent controls, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the original attack of that face-up monster you target it with this card, and if you do, return it to that hand. And this is just really, really, really good and very, very unexpected for many people who are currently playing in meta as well. Next, we play 2 Call of the Haunted to essentially bring back anything we need from the graveyard. Basically, like, I guess on Monster Reborn, but in Trap version, if you guys have Monster Reborn, you totally would play Monster Reborn over this, or, you know, Back to the Front instead as well. But, you know, that once again, this card came along with the actual structure deck. That's basically what we're utilizing off anyways. Last but not least, we're playing Triple Compulsory Evacuation Device. I really like this card because it basically bounces one of any of your opponent's monsters. You can really disrupt their plays, and you know, a lot of decks nowadays, like trap heavy control decks, they also play Compulsory Evacuation Device. So this card is definitely underrated in some point, and it's something that your opponent does not look out for all the time. Especially coming from a hero deck, we're playing I won't say quite a lot, but quite a decent amount of traps to really disrupt them. And if you can really go more ham on traps, which I will show you guys later. But that basically rounds off for the main deck. 40 cards in total right here, and we're gonna go through the extra deck, which is very simple. All the extra deck contains is basically 3 copies of each of the fusion monsters that were included in the structure deck. First of all, we do play Triple Dark Law. Actually, I'm not going to say triple, you know, all of them, like I said, are all 3 of already. But we do play Dark Law, which is really powerful, really essential. Still a really great card to have in the current meta in the game. Lots and lots of graveyard-centric decks still overall. And this is just a very basic common combo. You can, you know, make sure you have a Dark Monster or Shadow Mist, and all you need is basically setting Mass Change or Mass Change 2, and then basically end your turn, and then pass it to your opponent, and as soon as they start doing their graveyard shenanigans, you just flip up Mass Change and to bring out your Dark Law, and you basically stop a lot of their plays, which makes it very annoying for many players to deal with. So Dark Law is still really strong even today. And also, just so you guys know, if you are playing the competitive full-fledged version of hero decks, you guys notice that Dark Law is still played as well, at least 1 copy of. Next, for another mask hero, we are playing Triple Koga. Basically the light attribute to basically use Alias and potentially Honest off of to tribute, not tribute, but to send for the mass changes to bring out. And then we have Triple Mask Hero Divine Wind. That's the reason why we play Avian, and you know, this is definitely one win guy we needed. Next, we do play Triple Elemental Hero Great Tornado. Now keep in mind, like, again, combos very well with Avian, but Great Tornado can work very nicely with Divine Wind, where you can use Form Change, or, you know, if Divine Wind goes to the graveyard, you can use Miracle Fusion, banishing the Divine Wind and any other Elemental Hero monster to help you bring out Great Tornado. So it's kind of odd how they kind of chose these cards at first, I thought, but once you kind of play into it, you can realize there's actually quite a little bit of versatility between all of them. So that's 12 fusion monsters, and then we do have 3 more. Last but not least, we do play Triple Elemental Hero, not Elemental Hero, Contrast Hero Chaos. I mean, and this guy looks just really cool. Looks like a Common Rider, black and white, Common Rider W, I think, and excuse me again. Just a really cool card overall, and you basically want to summon this guy with Miracle Fusion all the time, and basically by banishing 2 mask hero monsters. And yeah, that basically rounds off for the extra deck. Now, just for a little bit of bonus for you guys, we do actually have sort of a side deck. It's kind of unusual to have a side deck for some of the budget decks, but I've been trying to look into what stuff you can really side in, and what were really key cards that were utilized in the past history of this type of deck overall. So the first one is, there's kind of lack of a draw power. There's a lot of search power and special summon from the deck with Summoner Monk and EE, Emergency Call, and Shadow Mist, which is really great. But some people really want to dig faster, dig deeper into their deck for whatever reason. And for those who do, I would play Triple Pot of Duality. It's not the best card that we would play currently anymore. You know, if you guys want to go for Pot of Desires, I would highly recommend that instead. But once again, this came in the structure deck, so basically we're just utilizing whatever we could have. And back then, this card was just so good. Instant +1, and you're just not allowed to special summon on the turn that you use this card, essentially. but it still works out very well. Like the combo I mentioned earlier, you can activate this, bring out a Shadow Mist, you know, grab whatever card you need, and then you can normal summon a Shadow Mist or summon a Monk, set your mass changes, and then pass your turn, and then immediately on the standby phase, flip it over. So it's actually quite okay going first overall if your opponent forces you to go first. And you can actually play Paw of Duality if you want that extra draw power. Next, I did mention if you want a lot of trap heavy lineup and sort of become like a control trap deck, you can play Bottomless Trap Hole, although this trap card is not as great as it was before, and you know, there's just so many better traps nowadays, but this is basically the other really good trap that came along with the deck that I can find. And yeah, you can play lots of heavy back row and really disrupt your opponent's monsters and really stop them from comboing off by doing their link combo shenanigans and all that. So Bottomless Trap Hole also basically banishes those monsters, which really good against those graveyard decks. Last but not least, another side deck sort of suggestion if you guys want to add in, if you guys against a back row heavy lineup deck as well, our Righteous Justice is also a perfect add. Basically sort of like your Twin Twisters or your MSTs for this deck, essentially to pop your opponent's back rows to really help you clear those back rows so that you can attack freely and confidently into the opponent. So that basically rounds off the entire deck profile here overall. So 40 card deck, once again, 15 card max main deck, 40 card main deck and 15 extra deck, and then 9 cards that can sort of side in here and out. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the deck profile right here. If you guys did, be sure to hit that like button, comment down below what you guys think. You know, I know many of you guys wanted to see this or sort of like a modernized version of budget decks. This deck is still around in many locals, so be sure to grab 3 copies for yourself, as they have an unlimited print not too long ago. But anyways, yeah, if you guys did, you know, definitely subscribe to the AVAULT channel. Really appreciate the support. Really motivates me to promote more Yu-Gi-Oh content right here for you guys as well. And be sure to check out all the other budget deck profiles on the channel. We're coming up with a lot of these budget deck profiles to help you guys out to get back into the game, and those who are interested in playing, because it's just very fun and really great way to get started overall. So yeah, as always, thank you guys so much for watching. You guys have a great day, great night, wherever you are. See you in the next video, and this is Vault signing